Hello. I hope by now you have a firm grounding on algebraic principles from Unit 1, and I hope you did the test well. Today we will start Unit 2 of our course. The major theme of this unit is solving linear equations. Now, what is a linear equation? Do you remember? An equation that contains the first power of the variable. A first degree equation is a linear equation. Now, to start with, let's look at addition property of equality. 7x minus 8 equal to 2x plus 3 is an equation that contains one variable. And what is the degree of this equation? The degree of this equation is 1 because the variable is of power 1. So this is a first degree equation. Now, how many terms this equation contains? There is the left side of the equation and the right side of the equation. How many terms are there on the left side? 7x is a term, negative 8 is a term. There are 2 terms on the left side and there are 2 terms on the right side. So when I say a term, you must understand what that means. 2x is a term, 3 is another term. There are 2 terms on the right side. The highest power of x in that equation is 1, and therefore we call it an equation of degree 1. An equation of degree 1 is generally called a linear equation. A linear equation. So tell me, what is the definition of a linear equation? A linear equation is an equation of degree 1. That means the variable in that equation will be of power 1. Now tell me, we talked about the solution of an equation. What is the meaning of solution of an equation? Solution of an equation like this is the value of the variable that will make the equation a true statement. Is that right? Yes, a solution of an equation is the value of the variable that will make the equation a true statement. So in this unit, our task is to learn the skills of finding the solution of equations like this. And we call it solving a linear equation. And to start with, we are going to look at addition property of equality. Now, what is the addition property of equality? This is the addition property. The same number can be added to both sides of the equation without changing the solution of the equation. So if you have an equation, you can add the same number to both sides. For example, if x equal to y is an equation, then x plus a equal to y plus a is the same equation. We haven't changed anything. Adding an a to the left hand side and adding an a to the right hand side will not change anything. So you can actually add the same number to the left and right at the same time. You need to do it on both sides in order to keep the equation the same. So adding a to both sides of the equation does not change the equation. And that is what we call addition property of equality. Okay, let us look at the equation 7x minus 8 equal to 2x plus 3. we can add or subtract the same term on both sides of the equation without changing the equation. Now, in solving an equation like this, very often we want to group the terms that contains the variable on one side and the numbers to the other side. In order to do that, we may want to get rid of this 2x from the right side. So what will you do then? We will subtract 2x from both sides. You see, you subtract 2x from the right side, subtracting 2x from 2x will give you 0. So if you want to remove this 2x from the right side, subtract 2x from the right side. But when you subtract 2x from the right side, you also subtract it from the left side. So let us subtract 2x from both sides of the equation. Alright, look at the green parts of the equation. They are the original terms of the equation. I have now subtracted a 2x from the left side, also subtracted a 2x from the right side. Now, what has this made? On the right side, 2x minus 2x will be 0. That 2x and minus 2x will cancel. On the right side, 2x combines with negative 2x and cancels out. So what is the right hand side of the equation now? The equation now becomes 7x minus 8 minus 2x, that is the left hand side, equal to 3, because this positive 2x combining with the negative 2x have cancelled. The right hand side is now a 3. Now, what happened? I want you to watch this carefully. This operation of subtracting a 2x from the left and right resulted in what? Resulted in the 2x which was originally on the right side now appears on the left side with a change of sign. Did you see that? The 2x which was originally on the right side now appears on the left with a negative sign. Okay, the net result of this operation, what is the operation that we did? We subtracted 2x from both sides. Now what is the net result of that? The net result of this operation is that the 2x, the positive 2x, which was sitting on the right, has now moved to the left. Look at this. The positive 2x, which was sitting on the right, has now moved to the left with a negative sign. What does that mean? It means you can actually move a term from one side of the equation to the other by simply changing its sign. You see, a 2x which was originally on the right side of the equation now sits on the left side, which is now a negative 2x. A term on the right side of the equation can be moved to the left by changing its sign. I want you to learn this because we are going to use this process in solving equations. Now this means that we can move terms from one side of the equation to the other by simply changing the sign of that term. Is that right? Yes. Now let's examine a couple of simple examples. If you notice here, I can write 4 plus 8 equal to 10 plus 2. Do you agree that is right? 4 plus 8 equal to 10 plus 2. Now, what I'm saying here is that a term from the right can be moved to the left by simply changing its sign. So let's move this positive 2 from the right side to the left side. What will that become? Positive 2, when it moves to the left, becomes negative 2. So this will be 4 plus 8 minus 2 equal to 10. So what happened? This positive 2 from the right moved to the left, became negative 2. You see that? The positive 2, which was originally on the right side, moved to the left, became negative 2. Now tell me, is this equation true? 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 equal to 10. Okay. Now, let's now move this plus 8 from the left to the right. What will it become? Positive 8, if you want to move it from the left to the right, it will become negative 8. So, I'm going to write 4 minus 2 equal to 10 minus 8. This positive 8 from the left side, I moved it to the right. Is that right? This positive 8 that is originally on the left, I moved it to the right, it became negative 8. Now, is this equation now true? Yes, 4 minus 2 is 2, 10 minus 8 is also 2. So what does that mean? A simple operation, you can actually move terms from one side of the equation to the other by simply changing its sign. Alright, learn that very well. So we can move terms from one side of the equation to the other by changing the sign of that term. We will use this continuously when we want to solve equations. Okay, let's practice that with an example. Rearrange the equation with variables on the left side and the numbers on the right side. Now this is the original equation. 8x minus 2 plus 5x equal to 7x plus 8 minus 12x. Alright, look at the left hand side. How many terms are there on the left hand side? 8x, that is positive, minus 2 plus 5x. There are 3 terms on the left side. How many terms are there on the right side? 7x, that is positive, 8, that is positive, this 12x is negative. Remember, the sign of a term is the sign that appears immediately to its left. So this 12x is negative. Okay, what we want to do is move all the terms that containing the variables to the left side and the numbers to the right side. Alright, let's try it. First of all, combine like terms on each side. That will make it easy for us. So on the left side we have 8x plus 5x. We'll combine, is that right? 8x plus 5x will combine, and on the right side 7x will combine with minus 12x. They are like terms. Alright? 8x plus 5x is 13x. Minus 2 equal to 7x minus 12x is negative 5x plus 8. Now, I want the negative 5x to move from the right to the left. What would that become? A term, when it moves from one side of the equation to the other, it will change its sign. A negative 5x, when taken from the right side to the left, will become a positive 5. Is that right? And a negative 2, if you want to take it from the left side to the right side, it will become a positive 2. So, move negative 5x from the right side to the left side, and negative 2 from the left side to the right side. Let me indicate that on here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this negative 5x to the left, and this negative 2 will go to the right. So the negative 5x when goes to the left will become a positive 5x, and the negative 2 when moving to the right will become a positive 2. Alright, let's write that down now. So we have 13x plus 5x. Well, that negative 5x moved to the left became positive 5x, equal to 8 is already on the right side. The negative 2 moved from the left to the right became plus 2. Look at that. Now, in doing so, we have now grouped all the terms containing the variables on the left side and the numbers only on the right side. And this is one way we will rearrange the equation to make it easy to solve. Alright, now we can combine like terms. 13x plus 5x is 18x, and 8 plus 2 equal to 10, and we are now ready to solve it. But we are not going to do that now. We will practice more of this skill as we move on. Okay, another one. Rearrange the equation with the variables on the left and then simplify. Can you do this? We have 5x squared minus 15, two terms on the left, and on the right side x squared plus 2x plus 15. There are three terms. I want to keep all the variables on the left side of the equation and the numbers on the right side of the equation. What should I do? I move x squared from the right to the left. What will that become? It will become negative x squared. I will move positive 2x from the right to the left. It will become negative 2x. And then I will move negative 15 from the left to the right. It will become positive 15. Yes? So x squared plus 2x. These two terms will move from the right to the left, will become x squared will become negative x squared, and plus 2x will become negative 2x. And then negative 15 from the left will move to the right to become positive 15. Now look at what now happens to the equation. This x squared plus 2x, which were originally on the right, are now sitting on the left as negative x squared minus 2x. Equal to, this 15 is already there, and the negative 15 from the left moves to the right, become positive 15. Terms from one side can be moved to the other side by changing the sign. Remember, when you move a term from one side to the other, you must change its sign. A positive term when moved becomes negative. A negative term when moved becomes positive. Now combine. 5x squared minus x squared is 4x squared. So the left hand side now is 4x squared minus 2x. And the right side is 15 plus 15, that is 30. Okay? Are you getting that skill? You see, once you practice this, you don't need to go and add or subtract numbers from both sides. you can avoid doing that once you know how to move terms from one side of the equation to the other. It is a much better way to solve equations. Alright, let's now start solving a simple equation. What is the meaning of solving the equation? Solving the equation means find the value of the variable. So solve the equation and check your solution. X minus 7 equal to 11. Well, what all you need to do is move the negative 7 from the left to the right. That's all you need to do. So x minus 7 equal to 11. Move the negative 7 from the left to the right. Remember, when the negative 7 is moved from the left to the right, it will become positive 7. So you have x equal to 11 plus 7. The negative 7 from the left comes to the right, become positive 7. And that gives me x equal to 18. Isn't that a very simple way to solve that equation? Okay, now let us check if this solution is the right solution. A solution is the value of the variable that will make the equation a true statement. Let us see if x equal to 18, if this equation will be a true statement. What do? Replace this x by 18 in the equation. So x minus 7 is 18 minus 7. That is the left hand side. The right hand side is 11. What is 18 minus 7? Is 11. So 11 equal to 11. Yes, the solution fits the equation. Okay, let's try another one. Solve the equation and check your solution. X minus 2.8 equal to negative 5.1. Again, in order to solve, what we need to do is keep the terms in the variable on the left side and move the numbers to the right side. You have negative 2.8 on the left side, which needs to move to the right side. What will happen to that? It will become positive 2.8 when it comes to the right side. Okay, move the negative 2.8 from the left side to the right side. It will become positive 2.8. So x minus 2.8 equal to negative 5.1 now become x equal to negative 5.1 plus 2.8. Alright, what is negative 5.1 plus 2.8? Now, how many of you have problems doing that? Well, what you need to do is find the difference between the two numbers. 5.1 minus 2.8. Alright, that will be 5.1 minus 2.8. That will be, borrow 1, 11 minus 8 is 3, and 4 minus 2 is 2. Now, that is 2.3. The difference between 5.1 and 2.8 is 2.3. And the bigger number is negative, therefore the result is negative 2.3. Is that right? Yes. So x equal to negative 2.3. Okay, let's test it. Replace x here by 2.3. That will be negative 2.3, that is the value of x, minus 2.8 equal to negative 5.1. Alright, what is this? Negative 2.3 minus 2.8. They are both negative numbers, so add them together and use the negative sign. and that is negative 5.1 equal to negative 5.1. I forgot to put that negative there. Negative 5.1 equal to negative 5.1. That's right. And that means the solution we obtained fits the equation, and therefore that is a true solution. Okay, let's try another one. Solve the equation and check your solution. 8b minus 4 equal to 5 plus 7b. Tell me, what will you do to solve this equation? The method is move variables such that the terms in variables will be all on the left side and the numbers will be on the right side. So in here, the 7b needs to move from the right to the left. It will become negative 7b. And the negative 4 will have to move from the left to the right. It will become positive 4. Okay, let's do that. Move 7b from the right to the left. So let's do one at a time. 7b moving from the right to the left becomes 8b minus 7b minus 4 equal to 5. And now move the negative 4 from the left to the right. You have 8b minus 7b equal to 5. Now negative 4 moving to the right become positive 4. Now you have the terms in b are all on the left and the numbers are on the right. We now combine the terms. Combining terms on the left gives me 8b minus 7b is 1b. So b equal to 9 is the solution. Okay, let's put that back in the equation. 8b minus 4 equal to 5 plus 7b. Replace your b by the value we obtained, that is 9. And look at what I have done here. 8b minus 4 equal to 5 plus 7b. Alright? 8 times 9 is 72. Minus 4 equal to 5 plus 7 times 9 is 63. And 72 minus 4 is 68. 5 plus 63 also is 68. So the left side is the same as the right side. That means the equation, the solution is a good solution. Alright, another one. Solve negative 2 over z, negative 2 over 7z plus 2 equal to 5 over 7z. What's the method we're going to use here? Move terms such that the variables will all be on the left side and the numbers will be on the right side. So the term 5 over 7z from the right needs to move to the left. It will become negative 5 over 7z. Is that right? Then the positive 2 on the left has to move to the right. It will become a negative 2. Alright, this is our equation. So, what do we need to do? Move. Well, this time, is it necessary that the variable has to be on the left side? You can also group the variables on the right side. So, depending on the convenience, we can group the variables either on the left or on the right. Now, in this case, it is more convenient to group the variables on the right side. You know why? Because the variable on the left is a negative term If you move it to the right, it becomes positive, so that everything in the equation becomes positive. And that makes it easy for us to solve it. So in this equation, we are now going to move the negative 2 over 7z from the left to the right, so that the terms in z will all sit on the right and the number alone will be on the left. Okay, so that gives me 2 on the left, and the negative 2 over 7z moves to the right to become 2 over 7z. Alright, add the terms in z on the right. Now remember, in order to add terms that contains the variables of similar type, what all we need to do is add their coefficients. Is that right? Yes. Suppose you want to add this. Say 25x plus 10x plus 5x. Now what will we do to add these variables? You simply add their coefficients. 25 plus 10 is 35 plus 5 is 40. So this will be 40x. In the same way, to add 5 over 7z plus 2 over 7z, what all we need to do is add the coefficients. Add 5 over 7 plus 2 over 7, and that many z's is what we have. Is that right? Okay. So we have now 5 over 7z plus 2 over 7z is 5 over 7 plus 2 over 7z. Well, how many of you can tell me this? What is 5 over 7 plus 2 over 7? The denominators are the same. That means you simply add the numerators. 5 over 7 plus 2 over 7 is simply 5 plus 2 over 7, which is 7 over 7. You see, the common denominator is 7 itself, and the numerator, you simply add the 2. When both denominators are the same, that itself will be the common denominator, and the numerator is obtained by adding both numerators. So this will be 5 plus 2 over 7z. What is my left hand side? Left hand side is 2. And what is this? That will be 7 over 7z. 7 over 7 is 1. So this is 1z, or simply z. Now what we have is 2 equal to z, or we can now write z equal to 2. Is that right? Now you must understand that very many times, suppose you say x plus 2 equal to 2x plus 3, and we call this the right side and this the left side. But remember, I can change that and write it like this: 2x plus 3 equal to x plus 2. Is that right? We can write the right side on the left and the left side on the right without making any real problem. So if 2 equal to z, then z equal to 2. The value of z is 2. Now this is a good way to solve equations like this. Another one. Solve the equation 4x plus 3x minus 5 minus 2x equal to 4x plus 3. Now tell me, what will you do to solve that equation? The first thing to do will be to combine all like terms. Now once you do that, it will become much easier for us to deal with the transferring from one side to the other. So combine like terms on the left. Now write all the terms in x together. That will be 4x plus 3x minus 2x, all the terms in x, and then minus 5 equal to 4x plus 3. Alright, tell me, what is 4x plus 3x minus 2x? They are all like terms. To add them, simply add their coefficients. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So that will be 5x minus 5 equal to 4x plus 3. Okay, what's the next step? Now we will group the terms in x on one side and group the numbers on the other side. It is convenient for us to group the terms in x to the left. So move the 4x from the right to the left. What will that become? Positive 4x sitting on the right, when moved to the left, become negative 4x. And then the negative 5 from the left, move to the right, become positive 5. Alright? Let's move one at a time. First, let's move the 4x from the right to the left. That will be 5x minus 4x minus 5 equal to 3. You see, this 4x has moved from the right to the left. And now move this negative 5 from the left to the right. It will become positive 5 when it moves to the right. So you have 5x minus 4x. This minus 5 moved to the right, became plus 5. And now we can combine terms. 5x minus 4x is 1x. So x equal to 3 plus 5, 8. Okay? Let's do another one. Solve the equation. 4 times k minus 6 minus 3k plus 2 equal to negative 5. Well, obviously, if you want to do anything with this, we need to distribute. That means this 4 needs to be distributed here, and this negative sign needs to be distributed in the second parenthesis. Now remember, if a negative sign appears outside a parenthesis, you must understand that that negative sign is a negative 1. So we need to distribute a negative 1 there. Distribute terms on the left. Okay, I hope you have now practiced the art of distributing. Now watch my pointer how to distribute. 4 multiplied by k. First multiply 4 with the first term. 4 times k is 4k. There you are. And then multiply this 4 with negative 6. You see that? The sign of 6 is negative. 4 multiplied by negative 6 is negative 24. So we distributed 4 times k minus 6. We get 4k minus 24. Alright, next we distribute a negative 1 here, which is negative 1 times 3k. Negative 1 times 3k is minus 3k. And negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. I hope you understand that. We distributed 4 in this parenthesis and this negative 1 to the terms in the second parenthesis. Okay, we are now ready to combine terms on the left. You can see I have colored similar terms. 4k minus 3k. What is 4k minus 3k? Is 1k. 4k minus 3k 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 is 1k. 4 and negative 24 minus 2. You can see I'm actually avoiding simple steps now, hoping that you understand this. 4k minus 3k is a k. And what is minus 24 minus 2? They are both negative, so add them and use the negative sign. Negative 24 minus 2 is negative 26. So the left side now is k minus 26 and the right side is negative 5. There is only one more thing to do here, and that is move the negative 26 from the left side to the right side. Alright, so that becomes k equal to negative 5 plus 26. Negative 26 move from the left to the right, become positive 26. Okay, now what's my right side? What is negative 5 plus 26? Negative 5 plus 26 is 21. K equal to 21 is the solution of this equation. Alright, another one. Solve the equation. 9 times 2m minus 3 minus 4 times 5 plus 3m minus 5 times 4 plus m equal to negative 3. Okay, again we distribute this 9 inside the first parenthesis. Distribute the negative 4. What's the sign again? Distribute the negative 4 inside the second parenthesis. Distribute the negative 5 inside the third parenthesis. Can you do that without my help? Okay. Distribute the 9. Watch me do that. 9 times 2m is 18m. 9 times negative 3, what's the sign again? 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. So distributing the first parenthesis gives me 18m minus 27. Let's now go to the next one. This is now minus 4. We are going to distribute that minus 4. Minus 4 multiplied by 5 is negative 20. Is that right? Negative multiplied by positive is negative. And negative 4 multiplied by positive 3m will be negative 12m. We finished with the second parenthesis. Let's go to the third. What are we distributing here? We are distributing negative 5. What is negative 5 times 4? Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. And negative 5 times positive m is negative 5m. And the right side is negative 3. Alright, I want you to practice that distributing because very often you make mistake there. And now we are ready to combine like terms. Can you combine the like terms? 18m minus 12m minus 5m. Write them all together. 18m minus 12m minus 5m. Then write the numbers. Minus 27 minus 20 minus 20. So we combined all the terms in m and then all the numbers equal to negative 3. And to add the terms in m, you simply add their coefficients. Alright, 18 minus 12. What is 18 minus 12? Is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. So 18m minus 12m minus 5m is 1m, or which is simply m. And what is this? Minus 27 minus 20 minus 20. They are all negative, so add them all together and use the negative sign. That gives me m minus 67. You see that? These will give you m, and minus 27 minus 20 minus 20 is minus 27. m minus 67 equal to negative 3. What is the last step? Move the negative 67 from the left to the right. You get m equal to negative 3 plus 67. Remember, negative 67 when moved to the right become positive 67. And that gives you m equal to negative 3 plus 67 is 64. Okay, let's do another one. If 5 times a number added to 3 times the number, the result is the sum of 7 times the number and 9. Find the number. You see, in problems like this, whenever you are told to find something, you call it x, a variable. So find the number. We start by saying, let the number be x. We are required to find the number. We will start by saying, let the number be x. And then we will find the value of that x. Is that right? Okay, let the number be x. And now come back and talk about it. 5 times a number. Our number is called x. So 5 times that number will be 5x. Added to plus. So we got 5x plus what? 3 times the number. What is 3 times the number? 3x. What is the result equal to? The result is the sum of 7 times the number and 9. What is 7 times the number? 7x. What is the sum of 7x and 9? 7x plus 9. Alright, let's write these things down. 5 times the number is 5x. And 3 times the number is 3x. 5 times the number is added to 3 times the number. 5x added to 3x will give me 5x plus 3x. Now that is one side of the equation. Now we are told that that is equal to, the result is equal to what? The sum of 7 times the number. What is the sum of 7 times the number and 9? I'm sure you can tell me that. The sum of 7 times the number and 9. 7 times the number is 7x. The sum of 7x and 9 is 7x plus 9. Now watch this again. 5 times a number added to 3 times the number, the result is equal to the sum of 7 times the number and 9. That means this quantity equal to this quantity. There you are. 5x plus 3x equal to 7x plus 9. That is what this statement means. 5 times a number added to 3 times the number is the same as the sum of 7 times the number and 9. Alright, we start by combining terms on the left. 8x, 5x plus 3x is 8x. And the right side is 7x plus 9. And we move the 7x from the right side to the left side. It becomes 8x minus 7x equal to 9. And finally, 8x minus 7x is x, or we have x equal to 9 is the solution. Okay, we have started the process of solving linear equation, and we are going to build this process as we go on. In the meantime, I want you to practice the skill of moving terms from one side of the equation to the other. That's a very important skill. We will keep on using it. All right? I will come back to you with the second lesson of this unit a little later.